So, after the end of the arc with Overhaul, we took quite a bit of serious damage from, like, after everyone was trying to rescue Eri. Like, there was some hefty damage that cannot be fixed, cannot be thus, and we lost someone during this fight. Like, someone tried to hang on throughout all of this, but sadly, we lost a guy, like, in this fight, and unfortunately, I had to, like, pretty much take it as he did not make it at all. So, pretty goddamn depressing chapter for the most part, and I'm not gonna lie. I felt like Mirio, like, kind of, like, slightly destroyed me seeing his, like, reaction to all of this, and, like, just that goodbye was just, like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't care too much for the Night Eye. I've never really had cared too much for the character, but, like, just seeing that reaction and after everything, and seeing, like, just, like, what he did to protect one little girl and like his like student, that was pretty fucking just jeez, like tug on the strings a little bit, why don't you? Because phew, this chapter, I'm not gonna lie, was pretty rough, like thinking about the emotions. So we kind of go back to like Uraraka's group a little bit, and we get to see more of the damage after like what happened like with Chisaki and her quirk and just everything when Deku's fighting Overhaul, and just a big chunk of like or at least the city, you can just see it from like the sky. There's like buildings are being destroyed, everything's being blasted away. It's pretty rough. Like it's made a dent into the actual society itself, and it's like, yeah, this is what this girl can do this young. Imagine if she actually masters her quirk, and that's going to be a thing that's like, if she ever comes back to like fully mastering this thing, this could be a huge problem from there. Like, and it's like, we need to actually do that. I'm not gonna lie, like one of my favorite girls and all that, like the new girl out of the big three, like I'm not gonna lie, but she was just like, huge enemies aren't my forte, so I ain't bothering this. I'm like, really? It's like, really, like after all this, and it's just like, I mean, she's being realistic about it. It's just like, it was just this weird little joke thing that she said. It's like, hey, I ain't dealing with this shit. This is like, I don't deal with huge ass dudes. But the most dedication was being to like Deku and everyone that got the most serious injuries on there. You can see Deku like took some fucking beatings from here. You can see like his arms are still shredded up a little bit. I mean, he still had like all the cuts and everything from his hands, but that's still like, even regardless of like with like when he was like using Jisaki's quirk and everything just to like defeat Overhaul, it's still taking effect, and it's just like, and he's like, you know, you're okay and all that, and it's like, I found nothing wrong with you aside from your arms, and it's just like, but like, what did you do to your arms? He's like, nah, it's nothing, don't worry about it, Doc. And like, when we get to like see how everyone's doing, I'm not gonna lie, I feel bad for Red Riot. He is fucking just, you know, complete cast. He's like, I'm a mummy, I can't do anything at the moment. It's just like, he's bruised, he's got lacerations, he is just done. Sun Eater is like just unconscious for the most part. Like, he's pretty much like had like a huge fissure on his face. Like Fat Gum, who had to like remind her, was like, oh yeah, like his whole thing is like he transformed the fat inside of him, and he was like an actual kind of real decent character. He was one of the few I kind of forgot, but like him and Red Riot had one of the like more better moments in like the entire overall arc. And it's like, he's pretty okay. He's fractured some bones a little bit, but he's a little bit hurt. But like, however though, like with Eri, like she's got an issue where she's got a serious fever. She's still unconscious, and they're putting her on quarantine right now because we decided this immediately because of the information we've got about her. Like, she can't control the quirk. This is a serious problem when she can turn back a person's time. Like, we've got some issues, and it's like, and if it triggers again, there's no way from stopping it aside from the Aizawa. Like, it's like, I'm the only one that can really do anything about that, so I'm wondering if that's the case. It's like, I don't think Aizawa was going to be there, like, saying, like, fuck my class then, I'm just going to keep an eye on this girl. But there are clearly going to be some measurements, like, in place to make sure that this girl's alright. And it would be nice, like, if we ever do see in the future that she, like, actually becomes a hero, or she uses her powers to good, and she finally lets her control it. Like, if we ever get to see, like, a time skip of, like, Deku, like, in the future, where he's, like, he's finally graduated or something, and now, like, Eri's now on the side where it's like, I want to be a hero, I want to live up to, like, what the people that saved me, like Mirio and Deku, and all the guys, like, that did that. It's like, I want to use these powers for good, and I can. Like, I would like if there's something like that was happening to her in the future, but this is where, like, the more sadder part of the chapter just came to, and it's when All Might, like, arrived, and, like, everyone was there. It was like that weird centipede dude, like, Bubble Girl, Recovery Girl. It's like, we're all here, or where it's like, we've got some sad shit to say about Night Eye. Like, he's not making it at all. Like, they've tried everything. It's a miracle. And you see him, like, they've got, like, tubes just inside his chest and all that, just making him even breathe right now. Like, his arm's missing. He is in a rough state, and they're like, we don't think he's gonna see tomorrow at all. And just see, like, after all this, All Might seeing, like, his supposed, like, friend just right there, like, just, like, on his deathbed, and he's just like, you know, I don't even know what to do, man. Like, I've done awful things, as well as saying, you know, you've got to hang in there, man. You can see the future and all that, and you can see that we can change the future. Just hang in there. And he's just like, you know, I always thought it was always on a one-way track with this thing, how I saw it. I just couldn't clear away my doubts and all that, but you showed me the way, man, and it's like, it's impossible to change, and it's just like, at the end and all that, a future that you wish for so strongly. There's no doubt, like, you know, a strong, clear vision, energy from wishing. Like, I think a lot of people have that. I think not just only you, Deco, I think everyone can change the future and all that, and it's just like, I like, you changed my views on that. Like, and honestly, like I said, the most important part of this, I felt, was Mirio, where he is fucked up as well. Like, he took some serious damage as well. He's broken his shit, and he doesn't care. Like, there's a nurse trying to drag him back, and it's like, please, you can't. And he's like dragging himself over, like, just saying, you can't, man, you taught me everything, I've gotten stronger because of you, know, I'm still alive now, please, you gotta keep teaching me, like that. And he is crying, and for one last time he uses his power like that and just grabs him. Miro's tearing, he is like absolutely bulging out of this, like, it's alright, man, you're already becoming an outstanding hero and all that. That, like, this is the only future that we shouldn't change right now. So just, please, one last thing, just keep that smile as always, like that. And it's just like seeing all of them just crying their eyes out, and then you just see the heart rate, just, he's gone like that, and I'm like, holy shit. Like, that was really depressing. Like I said, Night Eye, like, I can definitely see some of the shit he did and all that, and I always did appreciate it. It was just, like, personally, I just didn't care too much for the character in general, but that doesn't, change the fact that he had some, like, real great moments and all that against Overhaul and everything, and it just shows that not everything comes out, like, nothing always comes out, like, perfect. There's no real happy ending. Sometimes there are sacrifices that need to be made for the greater good. Sometimes the villains win, even if, like, the heroes do win. Like, this is a hollow victory. Compared to, like, everything that we just saved through a little girl, look at how much damage has been happened because of that. And I always like that with Academia. I feel like Academia has, like, if anything, what really strengthens this, like, is the hugest strength of the series, is how the smaller little ripples in life and, like, in these arcs affect the overall world. We get to see that happen. Like, we see characters grow because of this. We see society happen to change. And like I said, I am a broken record with this, and I always mention it, but it's what took me and finally hit me with that series when I saw the Stain arc. That was the bit that I saw that, and it's like, look how, like, in the whole, like, scheme of things, a minuscule moment, and I'm talking about that from my favorite arc, by the way, how a minuscule incident like that had such a drastic change in, like, the world itself, and shook not only Hero, but the villains as well, and how that's inspired people, and how that has shown people, like, the true ways, like, of, like, you know, this is the solid groundwork for becoming a hero, and I like that, I really do. So, like, there's some really interesting stuff about this, and honestly, I want to know what you guys think about the end. I know a lot of you guys cared about Night Eye after all this, but I was, like, just bummed out when I saw Mirio. I was just like, oh, fuck, man, he's in his fucking shoes, just like that, like, after everything, and it's just like him, like, being like hold like one last time by his mask, and it's just like, just keep smiling, man. On that, a hero always needs to smile and all that, bring about a brighter future. And it's just, that was like, honestly, I was like, oh my god, like, I didn't tear up and I didn't cry, but I felt that in my chest. I was like, oh, god damn it. It's like, either A, I'm too fat and I'm now having a heart attack, or B, I'm getting the feels here. So I'm like, it's one of the two right now, and I'm like, god damn, I'm pretty sure it's the feels. So overall, goddamn, like, I think this is a really emotional chapter, and just what a sad aftermath to everything. So, like, overall and all that, and after we just had with the villains from last week just making their move already, it's like they're not going to stop for nothing, and we have to remind the heroes that they should stop as well. But overall, fantastic chapter. Let me know you guys think in the comment section down below. But that's all from me. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you guys though next time.